Vishy versus Magnus. It was an insane masterpiece gameplay between both the legends in Tech Mahindra Global Chess League. There are many up and downs, blunders, mistakes, sacrifices, promotion, and fortress breaks. As Magnus says, fortress doesn't exist. Hi, it's Vidyansh here, a beginner crazy for chess. This is my review of this historical gameplay between legends. Vishy versus Magnus. Let's begin. So game starts with the e4, e6 French defense. Now game goes simply just like legend play. Bishop trade, rook trade, then g4 attack on the king side, right, by the queen, then queen side attack by Magnus, then pieces exchange, right, then queen trade, then rooks coming over here, then bishop maneuver, then knight maneuver, then knight going over here, rook coming in, then knight for bishop trade, then pin coming, then bishop going back, then knight coming over here. And at this point Magnus realized that he has to win for his team SG Alpine Warriors, right? So he go for a trade and then play g3 check, and this is a sacrifice, a pawn sacrifice. If white take this, it black will bring his rook onto the g file, g8 square, right? This rook can come over here and then it will be active, right? And this pawn will be lost if white take this pawn, right? So Vishy didn't take this and played king to g1, and then Magnus played g8, then rook, pin rook, then unpinning it, then moving the pieces, maneuver, rook maneuver, and then rook trade. Magnus did the rook trade, pawn take, Vishy take the pawn. At this point both are equal, right? And black is pressing, and there is a fortress, there is a fortress becoming, right? Now bishop goes there, king coming, then bishop goes to g4, then king e3, and then king coming over here, right? At this point both players had played 47 moves and there is no inaccuracy, no blunders, no mistakes. 47 moves and there is no mistake, no inaccuracy, no mistakes, right? No blunders. Insane gameplay, right? But 48th move by white, Vishy made a blunder by moving king to c1, and this was a blunder, right? How it was a blunder, I don't know. But Magnus played king to d1, fortress break, I guess, right? There was a fortress break idea here, and both tried to break the fortress by bringing his pieces. And you can see Magnus is minus 2.5 pieces, minus 2.5 points ahead, so he may be winning, right? But then Magnus played something and that was a mistake, b6. It was a mistake but not a huge mistake, right? So white take this, there is a check, and then inaccuracy by Magnus, and at this point Vishy can make it a draw, right? So Vishy played c3, he coming over. Black idea for this king to coming over here is to control all these squares for queen promotion, the promotion of the pawns, right? Then a takes, and this pawn cannot promote. If promote, then this bishop is ready to take the queen, right? So this is all black's idea, and then king coming over here and controlling all these squares, right, as we have discussed. Now bishop going over there, and now Vishy again made a blunder. The best move I know, Vishy can play this knight to f1 and can remove this king from here, right? But he takes, he sacrifices knight. Knight takes f5, and that was a blunder. So black takes it, and now there is a two passer pawn for white. Black didn't focus and black decided to go for a check, and then c2, right? And now a8 queen, bishop takes, that was good. And now second queen, and at this point both player Magnus and Viswanathan Anand both smiled, and then Magnus made a blunder again, c3. Bishop e4, c3 was the best here. C3, this was the best if this move to c3, because this controlling this square, and now there is a forced what is called check, stalemate, force stalemate, right? So Vishy played d8 check, then go back, and then again blunder by Vishy, and this was the blunder where Magnus promote, and that was, if Magnus promote to a queen, that was a checkmate. Not a checkmate, that was a stalemate, and it was a draw. But he promote to a knight, and then Vishy played king to a3, then c3, then queen to b6, knight e2, and then there is again mistake by Vishy, then c2, then again mistake, blunder by Vishy, and now it's a mate in 15. Both players are in seconds, 20 second, 40 second, that was a time there. And then here a black made a blunder, knight to c1, right? Then c6, queen c6, then knight e2, and then at last Vishy made a queen blunder, king blunder, king to b2, and at this point Vishy resigned the game, right? The best move was not the king, but this pawn push. This pawn can go to h6 and then go for a promotion, and if this pawn going for the promotion, then he can easily capture this, right? So this was the idea, but he mistakenly played king to b2, and after the match that was over, they both player analyzed the game for about 5 minutes on the table, right? That was insane. The smile, the respect, the legend match, and the endgame press. And with this win, Magnus made SG Alpine Warrior on the top of the table. They are the top of the table. So this is it for today. Thank you.